1, 2, and we're live! I like that. That's fun. Like I popped a balloon or confetti or something. Yeah, every time we do it.
Graphics on there.
Yeah. So hi, Jamie. Glad you're with us. Adam, I'm sure will be here any minute. We have Adam from Outlier Solutions Group with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's not just Megan and I with our shenanigans. So he'll be talking about all of their services, their medic services, their event production services, which in our case means live streaming from 9 a.m. Or sorry, not 9 a.m. Let's flip that around. 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. They will be running a professional live stream. So if you cannot make the con in person, we hope you do. But if you can't, you got to watch that live stream. It's a private live stream. Grab your tickets over on our Eventbrite. And I see him. So as soon as I actually see his face, we will pull him in. But amazing people. We love this company. We love these people. They're so awesome. Here he is. There he is.
Hey, y'all.
Man of the hour. Hi, Adam. Yeah, I feel like you're more mature than last time we saw you. Whole beard going on.
That would be the 6 months of post-op recovery from a spinal fusion.
Oh, goodness.
It'll add a little bit of years to your face.
You didn't mention that all the time we talked. That's not a minor thing.
It was an old military injury, and I had a phenomenal surgeon. That's the nice thing about being in Atlanta, is you've got folks here that work on professional athletes, right? And so when you're somebody with similar performance demands, you can find somebody who's really good at what they do. So yeah, great surgeon, great team, incredible support around me. So it's been great, but it'll definitely age you up a little bit.
Jamie says, "OMG, I'm glad you're okay." And yes, we are all glad you're okay. Are you fully recovered, or?
Yeah, almost. I'm good for everything. The only thing I'm not allowed to do right now is I can't go for a run yet, and that is crushing me because I've been a distance runner since I was, but that's okay. We're almost there. Everything is proceeding wonderfully apace, so we're almost there. And I'll be cleared for that.
Hard.
Yeah.
So can you be your own medic?
Yes. Yes, to a point.
Okay.
Don't ask me on the record whether or not I can start my own 18 gauge IV. I'll neither confirm nor deny, but it's a thing you can do to a certain point, and then you got to know when to step away, right? And be like, hey, this is beyond me, right? I need somebody else.
I made that mistake after an injury. I fell 6 feet. I ex-gymnast and was doing some CrossFit and flipped over the bars and slipped. It was great. Anyway, they were like, you have to start slow when you get back into it. And I was just like, I felt like I had, all this months of time that I was just wasting away. I should have listened because I totally did the thing where I didn't. And then I was out longer, and this was years ago. So now I'm like more gentle with myself, but it is really hard if you're used to being at a certain level of, energy and fitness to not be there and to feel like,
I'll tell you the secret, and I'm not getting paid to say this. The secret has been the dang VR headset. It'll get you where you want to be and start reconditioning your cardio without the impact that you can't have, right?
Yeah.
And that's been the winner. I'm off weight restrictions, so I can start loading the bar again and start moving weight, but one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So Adam's not allowed to do what you did, Megan. He can't do bad things with his recovery. He is a medic, and he tells other people how to do it correctly. So he cannot be messing that up for himself.
Correct. There is, in fact, karmic justice if you do not take your own advice, right? Because forever more afterwards, you're speaking from a top hypocrite hill, right? And you can't do that, right? You have to be. But the flip side is if you run it out and you bear through it, you get to make pronouncements from the top of the moral high ground for the rest of your days. So
that's your reward for
that's right.
Pushing correctly.
You've been through it, and you can do it too.
Spite will get you through a lot, right?
That is true.
But that's his reward for following his own advice and doing everything correctly.
That's right.
and say, this is how you do it. Trust me. And I've gone through it myself and I'm doing it correctly.
We're kind of joking about it, but the reality is it was a long run getting to that point. And, I was a Marine for a long time, got out and then had to start navigating these systems, right? Navigating the VA and all the rest of this. And I tell you what, was it fun? No, but after 3+ years of doing it and really like navigating those systems and dealing with that day in, day out, it gives you an understanding of the patient experience and what it means to deal with, hey, you were here and now all of a sudden, luckily in my case, right, temporarily, right now you're severely disabled, right, and you can't do this. Now in my case, right, it was planned. I had support, right? I knew all this stuff was going to happen, but even getting to that point, right? Hey, does this doctor believe me? No. What do I need to do to make them believe me, even though I know this is what's going on, right? And so on and so forth. So you get an understanding of what that takes. And if you take the opportunity, right, you makes you a better provider, I think, anyway.
Well, and so this is a great segue into how awesome you are at what you do and why you're so awesome at what you do. Not that you weren't awesome in the first place before you went through the patient experience, but you know what it would be like to have, a crappy doctor, crappy medic, crappy whatever, someone with horrible bedside manner, right? And that's not you. So this is a great segue to talk about what you do as a con medic and how that's not even just, for little owies and big owies and things like that, how you're used to working with people from conventions of all different health statuses, all different mental statuses, all people from a very large group of everything, You're not dealing with like, okay, these are just athletes. These are just whatever. You're dealing with people from a very large section of the public. And especially with our group, BTS fans really span the age ranges, the everything ranges. I mean, it's so diverse. It's like the most diverse fandom ever across every facet. So we're going to give you the stage. You're going to talk about that and your live stream stuff. But since we're talking about you having to be your own medic, let's just segue right into that.
And I'm going to just quick turn off my camera because my door blew open. So I'm going to be right back. You talk about you and your awesomeness, and I'll be right back.
No interlopers. Go handle your business. No, it's, I mean, if you give me the room, I will talk about this all night.
I just gave it to you. It's all you.
I'm super passionate about this because it's an example of little details become big things very quickly, right? So I work 911 EMS. I work in the event med space. I've got other stuff that I do. So I'm kind of on both sides of this, and I know what the training pipelines are like, and I know what the cultures are like, and all of these things are valid. They're all good, but your average street crew, right? Your average medic crew that's working 911, right? They've got a certain baseline, right? Just like anything else that we do over and over in our life, we tend to become accustomed to what we see on a regular basis, right? And then when something's outside of that, our brain tries to helpfully shortcut and make that fit, right? And what we've learned over, the last decade plus of doing this is that works really poorly in the event space, especially in the fan convention space. This is the plural of anecdote is not data, and we pride ourselves on being a data-driven practice, sometimes it's hard to get that double-blind RCT that you want. Fan conventions are zebra conventions, and I will stake my numbers on that. You will see things in the fan convention space, folks that are living with ongoing conditions, coexisting with, behavioral health concerns, medical concerns, right? That, you've read about in a book, but you've never seen it. I'll never forget, and this is a real life example, and I can talk about this because she was very public about it on the internet. Dragon
What
Con
kind of
for
convention was this you're about to talk about?
Dragon Con, right? So very big, very big. So kind of the opposite end, right? But this is kind of an extreme example, but it's also kind of cool, right? We had folks coming into the show. This is what they were passionate about. They knew they were going to die. Like, they were terminal. They knew that.
Oh, goodness.
This was a planned thing. No, this was actually really cool, right? It's they were like, look, I've been dealing with this for most of my life. Like, I know that, like, I'm limited in the amount of time, but I'm going to take the time I've got and go do, like, awesome stuff that I want to do. Right.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm on a ventilator. I'm in a feeding tube. What can I do to make life easy for people? Right. And there was a very helpful group of folks that jumped in on that. And I use that as one extreme end of people's love of what they're passionate about, and fandoms will bring them into spaces that maybe they wouldn't ordinarily be in. And the really cool part about my job and what we do is we get to make that possible for people, right? That individual ended up coming back for a second year, and I'm not dead yet. I'm still here, right? And it was really cool. We were all super happy about it. And because she was passionate about what she did, and because there were people who jumped right in and said, oh yeah, no problem. Like, this is how we can make that work, right? They enabled somebody to have that really cool experience, in a little bit of an easier way. So much less extreme, 99.9% of the time. But what we do is we take a holistic approach to people, right? We're a first aid service, or, we are not a replacement for your physician. We are not a replacement for your doctor. Okay, let's just right up front. The reality is, though, is that 99.9% of the time, when people are out in an event and something goes sideways, most of what they need is a little bit of support and some help making decisions. What is the next right answer for me? Do I need to call my doctor? Do I need to get up and, go to the hospital? Do I take an Uber? Or do I need, an ambulance and a fire truck and all these things screaming in, right? Our job is to bridge that gap, right? We provide that first tier of experienced practitioners who know what they're looking at, who have a limited ability to help people make those decisions. And so they're not flying blind on their own and saying, oh, holy cats, I'm away from my home. I'm out of my routine. I'm in an unfamiliar area. So my risk tolerance is already filling up, right? Well, oh, son of a gun, something just went wrong. Now I got to go, I'm going to go to the hospital, or we're going to call EMS, right? That's not good for the attendees. It's not good for the show. It's not good for anybody else when it's done unnecessarily, right? Because it's time, money, and stress that nobody wants, right? When it's appropriate, by all means, right? Then, we encourage folks to that. And at the end of the day, that's always an option. We'll always support somebody, who wants to get that higher level evaluation. We're going to encourage you to do so. But 9 times out of 10, it's like, oh, I scraped my knee. Oh, I didn't break my cosplay shoes in. Oh, my migraine's acting up, right? Oh, I didn't take enough.
I got a paper cut.
This could be even your migraine up. Like,
right?
I feel like almost every person on the planet, especially if, you're in your adult years, has got some sort of ailment that could act up.
Right.
So
right.
You guys, I know it got, Patty said this turned grim a little while ago when you told your story, and I know you wanted to tell it because it was, it enabled this person to do what they wanted to do. But obviously in that case, every large event should have a medic. So that that anyone wants to go to should have a medic. And so, with the group, like, if hopefully we don't want anything to happen. We don't want your stuff to act up. We don't want any of that. But like I said, almost every adult person has some kind of something that acts up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're there for. And so, last year we, because we're not Dragon Con yet. We're not that big. Dragon Con, is it 3 days, 4 days? How many days is that? 5 days. Okay. So the thing he was talking about before is 5 days long, 10, 12 hours a day for 5 days straight. Obviously, those people are not in their normal routine or even like on vacation, because you go on vacation, you're not at a thing where you're in and out of rooms and hardly eating and whatever for 5 days straight, so those people really need a medic. But, with us last year, we were trying to figure out, I don't know. me as an event planner, I always like to like look at the big picture, look at every little dot and every little thing, and just see it all in a huge way and think, okay, what could we possibly need to make sure everything's taken care of? And so, you know, it's like, well, we're not big enough to necessarily even need one, but you know, then we were weighing the things and we found out we had people that were coming that were on oxygen, people that were coming in wheelchairs, people that had a walker, and we're like, you know what, we need a medic.
Yeah.
Even if people don't need the medic, you know, it's good
the peace
to
of
have.
mind.
What's that?
The peace of mind of having somebody there, you know, is just so helpful. And, you know, as a mom, like when I go on vacation or I'm not in my normal routine, one of the first things I try to do is know where are there emergency facilities nearby in the absolute worst case scenario. It's not, I have no plans for that to happen, but I don't want to ever be in a situation where I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So going to an event, like, and you know, obviously my daughters are a part of this event, but like going to an event and knowing that there's someone there brings peace of mind. So you can be present on enjoying yourself. You can be present on enjoying the programming. You can be present. And if something comes up, you know that somebody has your back, and
Right.
that's a relief.
And what's really cool is it can be for even small things. Like you have a tummy ache. Like if you're somewhere else, who's going to help you with your tummy ache? Nobody. You're stuck. You go to a wedding, you go wherever else, you know, the mall or whatever. You got a tummy ache? You're on your own. You got a tummy ache at Borahae? Go hang out with Adam. For your tummy ache.
And that's the other part, right? Is for a lot of folks, we're just a free Walgreens, right? That's all we are, right? And that's the big thing. These events are limited in time and space. And if somebody has to step away from an event because, I got to go run to the drugstore for, you know, whatever it is, right? The over-the-counter stuff, that's time away from the event. They're missing programming they want to see. They're missing performances they want to see. They're missing time with their friends. And conventions are amazing. They're temporary, right? Communities that pop up out of nowhere. And then they're this amazing thing for however many hours they're there. And then they're gone until the next year, right? So that time is precious. And that's really what, you know, more and more what we do is we're going to enable you to make the most out of that time, right? We're going to give you a reason why you don't have to leave to take care of that little stuff, right?
And especially with, you know, ours too, even though it's small, you saw last year, we got people coming from all over the US. So like you said, that time is precious. You know, we've got only limited time in between each programming. Otherwise we're block the whole day. So, you know, you got cramps, you need a Midol, that you'd have to go to the drugstore, right?
And that's really it, right? That's why we're there. No, you don't have to go to the drugstore. You come see me, right? You come see our staff, right? And you know, we've got a great crew that's going to be with us this year because we're adding more, right? We're doing more, so that means more people, right? That are going to help us make things happen. But yeah, no, you come see our folks, and they take care of you, right? And that's it, right? And there's no billing, there's no payment, there's no cash collection, there's no insurance, there's none of that. It's just there. Right. If you're showing up,
do you want to know why people in the chat and then people who come to watch this later on? Do you want to know why? It's because of this guy and his team. They are sponsoring this con, people. They are the free Walgreens. They are the medic you don't have to pay or whatever if you have a tummy ache or you need your Midol or whatever. They are sponsoring our con. Please give them love. Go if you are not, you know, following their socials, or if you're not, whatever, go say hi to them at the con. You know, they're happy to have you just say hi, and that's all they see of you all day. But go say hi because we just love them. We can't love them enough.
Yeah,
we really can't.
I actually also saw that you do classes, correct?
We do.
And are they all in person, or do you do any like virtual stuff or?
So we're working on virtual more. Most of what we do, right, and this comes out of working the 911 circuit and working shows kind of on the more extreme ends of things, right? At the end of the day, the difference often in outcomes when somebody has a major event are the people that are right there capable of doing the things that are necessary to Patricia, I'm not doing it. Y'all can vote on it. Y'all can vote. Y'all can vote. I'm gonna crowdsource this, Patricia.
You could just be like me. You don't have to choose one. I don't have one.
You can just say I love every member of BTS. I cannot choose a bias.
I do. I do, and that's the reality. Is the whole's greater than the sum of the parts, right? What you do,
That's
the
right.
alchemy that you make together. But no, the classes we teach really are right now. They're always good. Some of them are always going to be hands-on to an extent, right? I can't effectively really teach you how to save a life when it matters over the internet. I can try. I can talk you through it. There's dispatchers that will get there and can do that for you. But it's not the same as putting your hands on the gear and spending
Sure.
12 hours, really getting into it. That being said, we'll travel, right?
That's what
Will
I
be
was
your
wondering.
vendors.
Yeah, so do you do, because I had seen some stuff on your social medias that you, it looked like you were doing some classes, but I didn't think it was in Atlanta. It looked like you were in a different place. Patricia's so funny. And so if that is something you do, that's a fantastic service that's offered, that people can also look into. When I saw it, I was like, wow, that's amazing, because my daughters are teenagers now and I want them to be first aid certified. I want them to not panic in emergency situations. And so I'm like, wow, this is a fantastic thing that you offer, because it is a little more in depth than just the standard, like 2 hour, whatever course that a lot of people have.
Mm-hmm.
And getting hands-on, like you're saying, like, gosh, if I were somewhere, how do I apply a tourniquet properly? And how do I this or that? Those are great skills, I feel like,
right.
for people to have. And I think it's wonderful that you guys do that.
And it's a passion of ours. And we're passionate about it because we know how much of a difference it makes, right? The average EMS response time in the US nationally is 7 to 12 minutes.
Wow.
That's too
In
long.
7 to 12 minutes, most times for certain things, like if somebody that's there isn't doing the things you got to do first to buy that extra time.
Yeah.
Right. But the difference is if you have somebody that's trained, right, and they know what they're doing, then you can have these amazing outcomes and these really, really cool stories. Right. So that's why we're passionate about it.
Yeah.
They are. They're so passionate, and we're so lucky. We are so lucky that they wanted to jump in and, be part of Army and grow with us, grow with this convention, get bigger with us. So regarding the classes, Adam, do you travel for classes or just for comms?
We will travel.
Yeah.
No, we will travel. If folks want to book out a class, we'll travel. It's something we've done before, and it's something we'll do again. We're getting into some spaces right now where a couple of events have said, hey, we want to book out, an entire 10-person class and qualify our crew, ahead of some events. And so we're starting to get into that space as well.
What about corporate?
So,
Could you be doing those kind of classes for corporate and stuff?
Yeah. It's certainly something we can do. We can do workplace. We've done a couple of shops down here in Atlanta. We'll travel for it as well. I mean, we've got a little bit of a different flavor to the way we do things. Our classes are longer and they're a little more hands-on and in depth. So you're going to get all the core material, right? In accordance with the program administration manuals for the AHA and the American College of Surgeons. So you get your good credentials, right? Your certifications, but then we add on to that. We produce wraparound content around that and give you some extra time and some extra work to really solidify it. And our students, it's the coolest thing in the world. One of your students calls you up, and it's always at some odd hour. And they're like, hey, guess what I just did? And you're like, well, what did you just do? And they tell you about taking something they learned in that class and putting it right to use in the field live, right? There's somebody standing over the shoulder. It's really, really cool. So,
well, and also everybody, like I said, those in the chat, those who are watching this later, like what other person teaching these classes and doing this service for events and things like that, what other person is going to be happy for you when you call them up and tell them this or whatever? Like normally those people are untouchable, right? Like he's such a people person. He's such a conventions because he knows how to hold people and hold that space for you and treat you like a human and connect with you and not just be that like provider that is arm's length and you feel like they're not even actually listening to you, nor do they have any idea what you're feeling or going through. That's not Adam. That's not his team. They're so awesome. Talk about the sticker that you guys literally made real time at our con.
We did. I'm looking around to see. Hold on. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to grab it real quick.
Yeah, you guys got to see the sticker.
Because if I can find these things, do I have them here handy? I may not.
That's okay. You can
on
just talk
top up in
about
this
it.
case right here. Yeah, no, I don't have it. It's on the top of one of these cases. We've been gigging so hard lately. It's that everything's a little bit of in disarray right now, so I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. Just talk about
So
it. Say what it
so we
says and
had
how
a
people can get their
sticker.
sticker.
We had a sticker, and in the middle of the sticker it says medic approved, and around the border it says I did a thing to keep from becoming a patient. And it's funny, but it's also like legitimately we know our demographic, right? I want stickers on my badge. Okay, I are you, you are me. Like we're the same people here. Okay, we want stickers on our badges. And we did it as a it's a promotional thing, but it's also a way to reward folks for remembering to do the self-care stuff that keeps you from ever having to come see me, right? And that's you drank your water, you ate your food, right? You got some sleep, right? You removed yourself from the environment, right? When the sensory overload became too much, right? You were gentle to yourself when maybe the mind was willing, but the body was not, and you didn't beat yourself up over that. Because turns out, right, the one drives the other, and there's a relationship between those two. And so, that's a huge part of who we are, is
so many feels. This is the part where Adam shows all the feels, where he's not a medic anymore. He's like a chaplain medic, like
which
like
so it's funny.
Therapist, chaplain, medic. Like I'm with you. I'm here. Did you take care of yourself? I'm so glad you took care of yourself. I'm so glad you came to visit me when you had the sensory overload. By the way, sensory overload wise, we're separating a portion of one of the large rooms where there's going to be an eating area. There's also going to be puzzles and Jenga. So if you just need a quiet place to get away, or if that's too loud for you because you can hear stuff from the rest of the room because it's just going to be cordoned off. It's not like a whole wall. Then you can go visit Adam and his team on the other end of the lobby where it will be quieter, and behind them we'll have some chairs and things where you can go sit and be quiet if you need to. I assume that's okay with you. You've said such before, right? If someone needs to come hang out by you, don't you even have like sensory things?
You're gonna be like Megan. She's just
fidget spinners and stuff like that.
We do. In fact, it's funny you said chaplain. That's part of where I crib off of. So my fiance, that's their day job, right? They're hospital chaplain, and they also work with us as on the med side as well. And so we trade with each other, right? And that's part of what makes this so cool. They've got a whole separate side of the practice that's fully integrated with what we do, and it's the spiritual behavioral health side. And we take books that are experienced master's level practitioners, who do crisis care, who do that kind of stuff, and they've got a whole practice that's built around how this works at an event, right? And so yes, we've got a whole box full of sensory stuff and fidget toys and sunglasses and earplugs and textures, and the texture pieces seem to really go off the shelf last year. That was a big one. So yeah, no, that's a whole big part of what we do. And if you think, oh, that's woo woo or whatever else, well, I would invite you to come sit with me, and I'll put you on a cardiac monitor, and I'll walk you through some box breathing exercises and some guided visualization, and we'll watch your QRS peaks widen, and we'll watch your blood pressure drop, and we'll watch your respiratory rate slow down, right? And I'll watch your pH kind of drop a little bit on the end tidal, and then you can tell me that one doesn't affect the other. Right. So
sure. I think, as a longtime holistic life coach and personal growth author and teacher, and, into all the mind, body, spirit, holistic things myself, for a very long time. I won't even get into how much stuff I do, but I think that, things like meditation and the box breathing and stuff, that's all getting to be more mainstream now. So I think people don't think as much woo woo about it. And, binaural beats, listening to that kind of stuff, listening to the different tones and frequencies. If you're just watching a YouTube video and you want to chill. I have something funny, I wouldn't have thought. It's not binaural beats. It's not, any kind of meditation music or whatever. Something I've been using lately while I work. It's the strangest thing. My husband kept telling me that he thought I would like the game Animal Crossing. And I can't stand it because the animals make these weird noises that sound like the people from Peanuts, like the adults. Yeah, I cannot stand the game because I can't listen to that. But what I've been doing is YouTube has a bunch of videos of their music of just the music from the game.
Oh, nice.
And I swear there's something in that music that has some sort of frequency because it's super relaxing in a way that you can still work or whatever. But like you feel like your shoulders that were here, you feel them go like this. You start to feel the rest of your body. And I was like, how is Animal Crossing music doing this to me?
We play Animal Crossing, all of us in our house.
Does the music do it?
I don't mute you don't have to hear the voices unless you're talking specifically to the other villagers. But
I couldn't even handle that much. I'm like, I can't do these voices. I quit.
It's a very relaxing game, and it's a very good calming activity. So it might be a frequency thing for sure. But I don't know. My kids, my kids know box breathing since they were, literally baby. Since they were old enough to understand me explaining that to them, even before counting. Okay, breath in, and then I'd be like, okay, no, release, and I would try to walk them through it when they were little, but they understand that now. So it's great to hear, those kinds of things are there. And especially obviously at Archon, to know that people have access to that to help when there's anxiety or overwhelm or stress, because, obviously, and this as a medic, like when people feel any sort of, discomfort or pain or stress or whatever, then the anxiety level rises, and then the quick breathing and all of that. And so it can spiral really fast. And a lot of times going into to get treatment, medical treatment of sorts, if the person there isn't capable of helping you calm down first, it's so hard to really gauge what you actually need and try to express what you're actually feeling. And so that's something that I think you guys do so exceptionally well, is you're really focused on helping the person stay calm and figure out what it is specifically that we need to do to help the situation. And I love that.
No, we appreciate the opportunity. It's real. It's always really nice to get to come see you guys. And although I learned last year, right? It's supposed to be this,
yes,
right?
Well, I wasn't sure if you knew, so that's
one of these.
The picture. That's right.
You've been practicing.
If you look at the picture from last year, you'll see I'm the only one that's very different because I'm doing this, and that's what I learned. Oh no, it's this, and now I have learned.
Yeah.
Now I've learned. Learning has occurred.
I ran into a PT.
Do you want to talk any more about anything else that you offer, so that if anyone else, is on the chat or sees this, just knows what else you offer as the medic / classes part, or do you want to jump to the live stream portion of the event production services you also offer, because you guys are just too darn amazing?
At the end of the day, if you can think of a problem, we'll probably help you solve it. We do risk assessment. We'll help you plan. If you're building an event and you want to build an emergency action plan, you want to build that risk management plan, we can help you do that. And it's not just me, right? I got a great network of people that are all over the place from different backgrounds. And that's the cool thing, is we can access that network. The last thing I'll tell you is we can equip you. We can set you up for success as far as equipment goes. So whether that be first aid kits, defibrillators, whatever it is, if you're running the facility, running a large event, and you need to bring that stuff on board, we do have distributor relationships, and we can do that for you. But that's kind of in the background. That's there if somebody asks, but it is what it is. But let's talk about streaming, right? Because that's the exciting thing for this year.
Yes, it is. Before we switch, though, I just want to remind everybody, all those things we just talked about, those are just for if that happens. I don't think anyone really had any of the anxiety or the overwhelm or any of that stuff last year. Just want you to know it's there. But most likely we're all going to never have to go sit by Adam too long, except we just say hello.
Or you're going to miss out on your sticker because you got a paper cut.
No. Go get your sticker.
Megan,
I tease.
I will bring you a sticker. I'm going to bring you a sticker.
Megan's going to talk about that paper cut for the next 5 years.
I will.
So, just, stay hydrated, get your sleep, did your munchies in between. That's why we got the food. We've got the food trucks on site. We've got Adam on site. So we got everything you need right there.
You should have led with food trucks. All of us are medics are trash pandas. Y'all should have led with the food trucks, man.
So anyway, we hope our line is always, we hope you never need them. If so,
That's there. Right. We're going to sit in the corner and you can ignore us all day, and I'll be happy. Right? Yeah. We'll be thrilled.
Well, he's most happy when nobody goes to visit him for any reason other than to say hello. Okay, live stream. Take it away.
Well, I mean, really, at the end of the day, we're providing the technical side, right? But I mean, do you guys want to talk about like their streaming memberships this year? That's a thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
have to come to the
I guess we
con
should
in
talk
person.
about it. So this multi-talented team is starting this event production part of their business, and we so happen to luck into that too. And so they are providing our private live stream this year. We are going to be using an upgraded version of StreamYard. They have an upgraded version that allows us to allows the con to basically live streaming an event for, up to whatever it is, 12 hours or 10 hours or whatever. So they're going to be live streaming from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. I think you're going to have cameras in both rooms. Is that right? Or you think we're going to have to work out all the logistics?
We'll sort out the details on it, but we should have cameras in both rooms. I don't see any reason why we should.
If not, you'd probably just kind of float back and forth because we're going to get both rooms, right?
Yeah, we'll have both rooms.
We're going to get everything that's going on. So yeah, private live stream tickets. If you can't come in person, I see a couple new people in the chat that I haven't seen. I don't know if you're close. I don't know if you've already with somebody that's bought tickets. If you're across the world, if you're watching this later and you're nowhere near us, if you live in Australia and you can't travel, you can be there. You live stream with us. Buy a live stream ticket, $25 plus the Eventbrite fees and tax, just like all the other things. But you can get it on our Eventbrite. But yes, that's new this year. So buy that. We'll talk about the other tickets later. Regular GA tickets do go up on Sunday this week. So you want to get yours before the end of the day, Saturday, before they go up $10. Those are regular in-person GA tickets. But back to the live stream.
So yeah, so live streaming, right? So you're like, hey guys, wait a minute, you're medics. What are you doing with the whole live streaming thing, right?
Yes, explain that.
And the reality is, it's a testament to where we come from, right? At the end of the day, all of us here were fans first. We were all nerds and fans of the things that we love before we got into medicine, before we got into risk management, before we got into all the other things that we do, right? And we started out being con kids, right? We were convention kids. And so a lot of our folks, a lot of our friends, and our circles, even to this day, are on the technical operations side of the house, right? Lights and sound and everything else. I'm fortunate to have a circle of friends that, Jamie, you're right. I'm using the wrong tense of the word, right? Are giant nerds, right? Right here.
Jamie, you're not still braiding your hair, obviously, because she is on it.
Jamie's not wrong, right? But that's the thing, right? So we're giant nerds, right? And so really, what had happened was, we don't really know how to do anything halfway. So there's a little story here. So I've got two kids. One of them is 7 years old, and she's in the second grade this year. And she goes to a school that's a really neat combination of American and international students. And every year they have this big production, right, where they break out they break out all the regalia and the songs and the dances and the food. Oh my gosh, the food, the potluck is insane, right? We had 73 countries last year, and the potluck is insane. But they wanted to live stream this stuff. And they said, because there's a very real chance with that many countries that you have extended family that is living in some far-flung reaches of the earth. They're not going to get to see, the first cousin or the nephew or the whatever, right? Do the things that they're doing where they are, right? And so we said, okay, how are we going to set this up to do this from zero? And so what we ended up doing was building a deployable live stream capability. So it fits, you can put it in the trunk of a car, right? And as long as we can get a cell signal, we are even self-sufficient on power if we have to be, right? As long as we can get a cell signal out, we can give you 3 cameras, live audio, full board mix, full balanced, and all the graphics and production you need. We can do it off a couple of tables and put it out into the world, which I think is pretty cool. And so, we started doing that for some of the schools, school events around here. And when Amanda and I were talking this year, we were talking about, hey, how do we grow this thing? And I was like, well, we've got this thing. It's sitting on the shelf here. Would you like to?
So good.
And Amanda's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So it's a private live stream. So anybody watching this, it's not a public live stream. It won't be on YouTube or whatever. It is a private live stream. So it's just like the people who are on the live stream were at the con. There's going to be a chat room and everything. So you can chat with other people who are on the live stream. So, you know, Patty said, we better be on our best behavior. You know, be on just the regular behavior you would be on at the con. The people who are on the live stream are going to, you know, be just like they were there with you, except they're not. So it's not, there's no recording for anybody. They're the same as you guys that are there in person. You can come and go if you want to, but, you know, it just runs the whole time. So, you know, go to the bathroom, go get some food, come back, or take a break, you know, turn it off for a little bit and come back, whatever you want to do. But it's on from 11 to 9. So.
And that's amazing because we actually had this year we had International Army, you know, messaging. So we were just like so excited to hear that, and knowing that option is there for others that aren't going to be able to travel here that are still international is, and also obviously, I mean, just down the road, you know what I mean? There might be somebody that wants to come, but just physically can't. And awesome that they have the opportunity to still be a part of this community, to be a part of this event, even from the comfort of their couch.
Yep. See all the awesome programming, see our performers. You can be part of all that. You know, whether you can travel, you know, or you can't travel, or you're across the world, or whatever it is. So, do you have a joke for us this time? We made you tell us a joke last year, Adam. Do you have a joke?
Oh, no.
Oh, you got me. I will openly admit I was up till 4 a.m. this morning. So I'm running
Make sure it's you know, family friendly.
So okay, so
extra loopy.
3 cannibals are in the woods, and they're eating a clown, and one of them looks to the other ones and says, does this taste funny? No.
That's terrible.
I told you, it's the best I got, man.
Oh, I guess that's family friendly, but it's nasty. Oh,
I'm sorry. So if you want to blame somebody, you can blame my father.
Do you have like your father told you that?
Yeah. He uses that one with like kids. They think it's hilarious.
Yeah, they do think that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's like the whole thing now. They think it's hilarious. It's not real.
Do you have like a knock joke or something?
I mean, I can always reprise.
Yeah, taste that in my mouth.
All right. Why
you never know what you're gonna get when you're live streaming, right?
Why do ducks have feathers?
Because they don't have scales.
No, it's to cover their butt wax.
I like that one.
That's cute.
That's very cute. Oh, Jamie says the last one was her kind of humor. So Jamie, stop in and say hi to Adam. Tell him who you are when you get there. You know, just be like, you know what? I'm Jamie. Nice to meet you.
All right, Jamie. I see you. We see you.
Make sure you say hello. She has the same humor a 12-year-old does. Oh, and your dad, Patty says your dad gets a high five. I don't know. If my dad told me that joke when I was little, I would probably not talk to him for at least a day. I'd be like, I can't with you.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, but if all else fails, right? Blame your parents, right?
Ugh.
I mean, my kids have this kind of, well, I mean, I think you did meet my husband last. Yes, you did. He was downstairs near you. I just always apologize in advance wherever we go, because I'm like, I'm just, there's puns. They're going to happen. There's no stopping them. I cannot control how many there will be. It just is there. And, you know, so my kids have this little mini repertoire of pun jokes that they say, and it's hilarious and also terrible. I'm like, why? This is where their sense of humor is going. You know, like I was like, hey, could you get the butter over there so I can, you know, get my toast ready? And my daughter brings over, she's like, it's butter this way. And I was like,
oh, and it's actually, I'm gonna dime him out. He's actually hanging out in the stream right now. One of our crew that's going to be with us this year.
Your crew? I was wondering. I saw somebody new, and okay.
Angel's going to be one of our crew this year, and he's longtime compatriot from a number of shows, big and small. But he's actually going to be there along with Shepard, and they're gonna help us out. So he's gonna help running the live stream for us. So he's gonna be part of the crew this year.
Awesome.
I'm trying to figure out if I can.
Hello.
Oops,
There you go. Stickers.
That's not what I wanted. I'm trying to figure out how to pull him in because I know
No, he's not. He wasn't warned to be ready to be on camera or anything like that. So don't do that. Don't ambush him.
Okay, I won't ambush him. How do I get rid of this now? Hold on.
I don't know.
You have to re-click on the comment.
On the comment.
But it's a great comment anyway, so it's
sorry,
fine.
Andrew.
Stickers are awesome. Woo! I'm gonna get
where-
mine this year. Don't worry. I'm gonna get mine this year. I've got electrolyte water, not just regular water. I've got my coconut water.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
Get that good
not
stuff.
17 hours on my feet last year with only about an hour break, and it was
Y'all work.
Adam was the one who was like, "You are gonna sit down and you are gonna eat your food properly. You are not gonna eat that standing in the hallway."
Y'all work.
And I mean, were like, "Go eat now."
y'all work, and I mean that's the thing is y'all just go from top to bottom, and it's one of the reasons why like we want to come do this every year is the passion's contagious, right?
Aww.
But it is right. If folks are enthusiastic about what they do, then that tends to pull people through, right? And it's one of the reasons why you're like, why are you guys like sponsoring this show up in Nashville and everything else? So like, because they're awesome, because they're fanatical about what they're doing, and it's really cool that they are, right?
Thank you.
It's fun.
That's what you told people?
Yes.
Thank you. That's a huge compliment.
It really is.
No, because we get this look like, why are you guys doing like round robin all the way to Nashville? Like, we're based in Atlanta, right? We don't care. We'll work the region. We love what we do too, right? Like, why are you driving all the way to Nashville for this BTS fan convention? Like, because they're awesome. Because they're really, really cool, and they spoil us rotten, and they put on a really good show. But the passion, I mean, that was the thing that got me last year was like, I'm like talking to people, where'd they come in from? And they're giving me these destinations, and I'm like, you guys drove 1,400 miles overnight to be here. Yeah. That's bonkers, right? But that means something, right? That passion carries a lot with it.
This fandom is incredible. It's a really incredible fandom to be a part of. And just I described last year as the vibe was just so elevated. And like you said, that's contagious. So it's, we're passionate, you're passionate, all the people that came are passionate. And so that's just boils into this soup of just like, it was just like purple love everywhere last year.
It was.
So many people, wrote us and just said, we drove home and our faces hurt and we couldn't figure out why and realized we were still smiling.
Yeah.
When we got home.
Yeah. It was awesome. I'm so excited for this year.
I am too. I'm so happy to do this again. Army's just, it's amazing. As much as we go through to put this together, I couldn't sleep last night. I take chlorella and spirulina supplements, and I didn't have them for some weeks. And I was like, I don't know, I've been feeling tired or whatever. And so I ordered a new one, and I got it yesterday, and it's a different product than I was used to. And I got it in the middle of the day, and I took 2 capsules. And I think maybe it gave me too much energy because, and it's just like seaweed. It's spirulina and chlorella, right?
Yeah, they're great.
Oh my God. Last night I was like, oh my God, I can't sleep. My eyes were like this. So what happened instead, every con thing possible went through my head. I was
no.
Yes, and I wonder what we're going to do about that. Okay, so then how are we? Okay, so then I can do this, and then I can tell that person, and then tomorrow I want to get out those. And then that was like all night long.
Those are the worst. You're like, brain, please. My body is laying here ready to sleep.
Please go to sleep. It was like, no, but this about the con, and that about the con, and this. But the whole time I was doing it, I was still really I was smiling about it. I was still like so excited. But Jamie, you're not going to be able to talk for days after the concert. Oh, the concert, yes, not the con, the concert. Yes, you're going to scream a lot, I'm sure. Adam, I don't know if you know, but one of the members of BTS, because there's still 5 of the 7 are in the military over there. So there's 2 out right now. J-Hope is doing a world tour, and he's actually in New York right now. There's going to be concerts Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
Chicago's Tuesday and Wednesday next week, and then Texas and LA and whatever. So
I meant to ask, we had, so actually I had another member of my crew who was in South Korea, just a couple of blocks from the capital in Seoul, when they had a little bit of excitement there recently. I went to check in and see, all the boys okay, everybody's good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Good.
They're good. They are
what
good.
did you think about? Did I miss something?
There was a little unrest overseas. Yeah. But no, they're all good.
This was a while back. This was months ago. I just hadn't had a chance to ask you guys.
Yeah, but they were okay because they were all on their posts and nobody left any of that. They were
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So is everyone okay? I thought you were talking to Megan and I was like, what did I miss?
Oh, no. I wanted to check it because you had mentioned that 5 of them were still on active duty, right? With national service. And I know, there was a lot of churn going on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure
everybody
was still in good shape.
They're all good. I was keeping track of all that. So they're good. But
good.
One of the members is on tour right now. And, and somebody who's not me is going. And that's
I see that.
exciting.
I see that. There's threats to text me in the chat right now.
You're seeing that? They're saying at the concert they need you. They're not going to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Chicago's out of the service area.
Sorry, guys.
That's so funny. You're going to have to practice your breathing.
Your box
That's
breathing.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Well, listen, y'all. I'm going to head out in just a minute because I'm double booked for the next hour or so. Is there anything?
He loves him and he's a busy dude. So
I just thank you for having me on tonight.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Is there anything else you guys want to hit before I head out?
Patty said if you couldn't tell her who your bias was, can you at least tell her what your favorite BTS song is? Do you have one?
I don't.
Okay.
That's almost impossible too. That's an impossible question.
Did you get freebies from anybody last year? Did you get anybody's bracelets or things? I think that might be why someone was asking who your bias was.
You know what? No, I did not get a cup topper.
Did y'all hear that? If anyone's bringing freebies, Adam didn't get any last year, and he's OT7.
OT7.
He likes them all.
You guys are awesome, man.
I'll share with you, Adam. I'll share with you.
Fair.
Okay, I will share.
We'll get you all the bracelets.
Absolutely. I'll add it to my Piddly collection right now.
There you go.
Well, thank you as always. We are so thrilled to have you on. We're so thrilled to see you in 6 weeks?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
All those people you've been talking to, they're like, why are you doing this? Tell them because those people just love me. And
they're awesome.
And I can't resist them.
That's right. Oh, you're not wrong. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in a little while.
Thanks so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. He's so good.
All right. He is so just being around him just makes you smile. Seriously. If there was any better medic we could possibly have or live streamers we could possibly have at the con that makes you smile, that makes everybody smile, is somebody that makes you smile. Every time I talk to him, I smile. It doesn't matter.
He has great energy, and
he does
great energy too. Both. It just emanates.
Whether I'm emailing him, whether I'm talking to him on the phone, whether we're texting, whatever it is to work out details. It's just, I always just feel like, I just talked to Adam.
Right. Absolutely.
It just feels good. We're supposed to tell him to follow us down the purple rabbit hole, the purple road. We'll work on him, Patty. I think that as much as he sticks with this fandom and this convention, he's gonna not be able to resist.
I agree.
Down there.
I mean, BTS is hard to resist. By ways, and he's great, and he will. The more he's around us, the more we get to show him. So it's fantastic.
I was gonna sing "So Show Me, I'll Show You," but I don't sing. So Megan.
So show me. I'm gonna laugh. I'll show you.
I put you on the spot. It just seemed like a great time to sing that.
There you go.
Yeah, he's coming down the road. He is with us for sure. But yeah, he's just everyone's just in a good mood now because Adam was here.
Yeah.
So
I think we just, I mean, for anybody that is popping on, normally, you know, we just kind of briefly go over. Well, we kind of had the guest first, so I mean, briefly, just what's going on. I don't know that there's any updates, major updates.
Just that the tickets, if anyone hasn't gotten tickets yet that's watching this later, I think most of the people in our chat right now have tickets, but if anyone is watching this later doesn't have tickets yet, they do go up $10 this Sunday. So you know, if you want to save a little dough, get them before Sunday, the end of the night on Saturday.
And the t-shirts are still on sale as well.
T-shirts are only on sale till the end of this month, so you got to get those before the end of this month. The link is on either on our socials with the t-shirt post in the comment, or it's also on our website. So go do that. You can only do that till the end of the month because we have to have time for them to print them and ship them, and so you can pick them up at the con.
Yep.
We'll do that. Tell everybody you know about the live stream if they can't come, or they're like, oh, I wanted to come, but I can't, or whatever. Tell them we have a private live stream. Should you message us for t-shirts? Message us for what exactly? You should be able to put everything, the size and everything on the order. If you click the link on the website for where the t-shirts are, or on the socials and the comment where it says to go for the t-shirts, when you order them, you should be able to put in the size and everything. Did you do that already? I don't know. It's a separate website. It's not our website. So it wasn't included with your ticket or anything. It's a whole separate thing. So you would need to go to that link. It's the company that does the shirts, their link on their site. So yes, you won the thingy. We're giving you the thingy. Oh, you need a t-shirt. That right there. That's right. Did that include a t-shirt? It did include a t-shirt. I'm just trying to think. I know it was a whole con bag. I couldn't remember the t-shirt. Yes. Yes. Give us your message us the size for your t-shirt.
Yes. For all other people, you go to the website.
Yes.
Allow you to select.
Jamie won a prize pack, and I forgot there was a t-shirt in it. I knew that there was a prize pack with the bag and all the stuff, but I forgot about the t-shirt. So thank you for reminding me. Yes, you won the thingy. So yes, message us for the size. So let's see what else.
Painting rules for the fan signs and fan art. It's 2 feet by 2 feet
or less.
Or less, obviously. Yes, but that's a maximum size. And then you'll bring those with you in the morning a bit before, and we'll get those all kind of set up.
Yeah, if you are, and we did just put out a letter recently to everybody that bought tickets. So if you haven't seen that in your email, please go look for it, because there was a letter sent to you from our info at Borahae Con email. And
it can be sketch too. It doesn't. Last year we had a variety. We had there was a just sketch with pencils. There was someone who I think used almost like a watercolor. And then there was acrylic as well. So
I think there were even colored pencils too, weren't there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, or like a mark, like one of those like light felt marker type.
Yeah, any medium, you can even do a little sculpture if you want, as long as it's 2 by 2 feet or smaller.
Yeah.
So any medium is okay, just not something that's like, gobbing with glitter that's going to get everywhere, because we are in charge of cleaning the event venue after we're done.
Please,
so yeah,
no shedding glitter.
Don't bring us something that's like got glitter flying off of it.
Got it.
Yeah, the sweater, it might be too big. That's awesome though. That's really awesome. But yeah, it would have to be kind of your own artwork too. So yeah, make something else, Jamie. Make something smaller.
We're excited. It'll be fun.
Yeah, make some of those crochet things that you made for giveaways. Only make like a big one or something, but like add stuff to it. That would be an idea. And then there's information about J-Hope's Fashion Challenge in that letter too, about what you should get ready for that. There's lots of information about other things that you might need to know to get ready. We don't have the agenda finalized and the schedule finalized just yet. We're getting close. I just need a couple more for sure confirmations from some people, so I know exactly where everything's going, but we're very close. on getting that ready so that you can figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, what time you want to do it at.
Yes.
Let's see. Did anyone have any questions about the con or anything? I think those are kind of the big things for now. Yeah, I don't want big glitter. You're reminding me of this restaurant that I used to go to all the time, and I am lactose intolerant. I can't have cheese. It was a Mexican restaurant, and they got used to us over there. And so I'd always say, I need the tacos, no cheese. And he'd always look at me and go, extra cheese? And I'm like, aha.
So funny.
Yeah. So no, not we want lots of glitter. No, opposite. Okay, so it is game time then, I think, if nobody has any questions. And Megan doesn't know what it is yet today. And people in the chat, please play the game with us. But I'm going to tell everybody right now, keep it PG. Because it's a little open-ended. And if I don't tell you that, I'm afraid of what you're going to do. Again, it's a live stream. I can't control you people. So I can't control Adam's jokes. I can't control... Can you bring drinks in to share? If you mean alcohol, no. It was in the letter, so you might want to check that policy if that's what you're talking about as far as drinks, because we don't have a bar on site. We don't have a bartender on site this year, so there is a thing on that. So you might want to check that in the letter. But you people don't need it. You're crazy enough without it. You can go out after the con and go get drinks with people. What was I going to say? Oh, game. Okay, so this one is, I'm going to give you an item and you have it in your hand. You're holding this item. You've been given this item, and then you're going to tell me where you are and who you're with.
Oh dear. Okay.
Well, I said I better give a disclaimer ahead of time. Okay. You have a snow globe in your hand. Where are you and who you're with? Which member?
Okay, I have a snow globe.
While you're thinking about that, Patty, you say no regular drinks. When you're saying drinks to share, I'm not sure what that means. I think I'd prefer everyone bring their own stuff just so that we don't have any issues with any kind of but all the food trucks are selling drinks. So you can bring your waters in. I said in the letter you should bring an empty water bottle to fill that. But if you want like lemonade or any of that stuff, the food trucks sell all that stuff. As far as bringing drinks in to share with other people, I like I said, I prefer not, because I want everything to be under you're either bringing it yourself or the food trucks have sold it because they have all the permits and everything. So we don't have permits for that kind of stuff. So, okay. So yes, snow globe in your hand. Where are you? Who are you with?
My first thought was that I am in an antique store.
Okay.
And I am, actually, I was originally thinking like I'm in some sort of like an antique / like Christmas themed kind of, like places have this. And I'm with Jen, and we're both laughing about it because it's a funny snow globe, like not like I wasn't thinking along the lines of like, oh, so sweet and stuff, which I do have snow globes. I was thinking more along the lines of like,
it's a goofy one.
Globes that's like a train wreck. That's like where you're watching it and it's like funny. I mean, it's awesome, but it's also kind of funny. And that Jen and I were just laughing at the fact that we found this hilarious looking snow globe.
And that's why I gave the disclaimer, because I knew the imagination could possibly go wild on this. So it's very nice.
If I were doing the alternate universe answer of that question, it would be like Jimin and I in like a really sweet like Hallmark type of store where we're like, oh, look at this magical little snow globe with angels and
Jamie's on your same wavelength. She says the snow globe feels like Jimin. So Jimin in New Zealand at the observatory.
That's a special place to have a snow globe.
The Bon Voyage. I'm thinking you're getting at. All right, so give me an item. Any item.
Okay. Right. You are holding a set of drumsticks.
All right. I guess I'm with Jungkook. I was originally going to say Suga because that's the first member that popped into my head, but I know Jungkook's been working on the drums, so I'm probably with him. and we are at a rock concert. And we've been called up on stage, and we are just banging away.
Nice.
Providing that beat for the
I love it.
band. Yeah.
I love that.
All right. You have a toothbrush.
A toothbrush.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to keep you brand new at the store. You never know. It's just a toothbrush. That's all I'm telling you.
That is fine.
It could be old and you're using it to clean grout. I mean, who knows what this toothbrush is for?
True. Toothbrush. No, I was thinking, I was actually just, I know it sounds so silly, but I was actually thinking Suga, and we were both like standing in front of like a dual set of mirrors, and like just because I feel like he's one of those people that would be so like specific about brushing his teeth, and we're just both like sitting there like really actually brushing our teeth with the brand new toothbrush.
Very seriously about it.
Yeah, I am serious about dental care. So okay.
Serious about dental care.
You are holding.
Oh, Jamie.
You are holding a hold on. Sorry, I had one, but I was like, no, that's gonna sound bad. You are holding one of those really special fountain ink pens.
Oh, I'm probably with Namjoon, and we are writing a very eloquent letter to some important people. Not that all people are important, because I don't even want to say that, because all people are important. We're writing an eloquent letter to somebody we think deserves an eloquent letter.
Somebody who deserves a beautifully written
Somebody who deserves a beautifully written letter. Yes.
Okay.
All right. You are holding a pink unicorn squishmallow.
Okay.
I know I had somebody that came to mind immediately when I thought of that.
Well, I said pink, so of course I'm thinking of Jin, but but I could also say Jungkook, because that would be hilarious. I could see Jungkook being, well, we have seen him in pillow fights, but I could see that being a blast, having
it's going to turn into a pillow fight. Got it.
Yes. And they're so soft, so it would be fun. It wouldn't be bad.
Nobody's getting hurt. Got it.
Nobody's getting hurt.
You don't have to go see Adam.
Exactly. And you do not deny me my sticker again. No.
You didn't have the stickers last year. You only just made them.
He made them there, and I didn't get them. He made them there, and
Nobody had them. He didn't make. He only made the design. They didn't make the actual stickers. You're not the only one left out.
It's okay.
People, we're going to still be talking about Megan's paper cut 10 years down the line.
It's fine. It was all in good fun. I
my gosh. Through. No. Yes, those bunny slippers, Patty. Oh, have you seen, Megan, did you see the
yes,
hope on Fallon and the bunny slippers?
I 100% did, and I am so unbelievably impressed that he did not trip down those stairs. I
thought that walking down the stairs was the most hilarious part, because it was like boom, boom, boom.
It was amazing, but I was literally, but I was like, those are like, slippers are not like, they're not super, they might have those little grippies on the bottom. They probably did for safety, but I'm just saying, like, they're so awkward to try to move around in. And here he is, like, kind of semi-dancing down these.
Yeah, it's a good thing he didn't do any, like, major choreography.
Yep, 100%. I was like, you could tell, even if you didn't see who that was and you only saw this person's foot walking downstairs, you could be like, that person is graceful, probably a dancer, because most people would be like, dun, dun, pew, you know? Okay, you are holding one of those vintage, those large, like, vintage keys, you know, those like brass vintage keys.
Ooh, okay. This is fun. I'm with Jimin, and we are opening up a door to a secret garden.
Ooh, I like it.
Iron gates to a secret garden, and that's what the giant key is for.
In the countryside. I like it. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm getting pictures of like sitting on one of those old swings, you know, the like super long rope with the wooden board across the bottom.
Or the white benches with all the like ornate
design
and stuff.
Love that. Well, that's a good one. Chopsticks. That's a good one.
I mean, you're eating for sure with somebody.
Yeah. Who would that would be fun.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something. You are holding a red balloon.
I'm gonna go with B. And we're gonna be in front of some really aesthetic place, and we're gonna be like taking photos.
Okay. So the balloon is part of the photo. Now, in your mind, is the balloon like a latex non-helium balloon that's like down in there, or is it like on a string? And
it's on a string. Yeah, okay. It's on a string, and that's part of the photo. Is know like the focus isn't really the person; it's the red against the contrast of some aesthetic place. So probably building this all white or all black has some greenery.
So you're thinking like an Instagram brain right there. Is what
I'm thinking aesthetically.
She put on her Instagram brain for that one.
That is.
So, okay, so Patty's with Sugar and the red balloon. Why are you with Sugar and a red balloon? What's happening there?
I don't know.
You can. We'll do a couple more. You can give me one while she's telling us why she's with Sugar and a red balloon.
Okay.
In your fake house.
I'm holding a flashlight.
I'm holding a flashlight. Trying to think. I mean, we're going through some sort of tunnel exploring, but I'm trying to think like who's the most adventurous one that's like, let's go do this. Let's go into. It's probably V. Let's check out this tunnel.
We'll figure out what happens when we get.
We don't know what's in there. That's okay. Let's just go.
100%.
It's fine. You don't need to know. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Knowing's overrated.
It's all fine.
That's fun.
Okay, a couple more. You have a giant bag of the rice puffs like they have in Korea. They'd sell like those crazy, ginormous bags of rice puffs. It's like almost as big as you.
Gosh. That's funny. I mean, my I guess my thought was like, well, I was thinking Jin. I know I had already said Jin for that, but I mean for something else, but because of how funny he is when he snacks. But then I was also thinking that would actually be really fun with Hovey to, like, I could just see him. He would laugh. It would be a funny time. I love the way he reacts to things that are like just abnormal. So the thought of like a giant,
like the giant bunny slipper,
like his reaction would be worth whatever I was doing. It's just so brilliant. And then we would laugh, and I could see him having fun, like throwing little, like, giant.
Isn't he the one that received the giant thing from Jin in one of the episodes when they were buying each other like the Secret Santa stuff or whatever?
Oh, was that him?
Wasn't it J-Hope that got the giant bag of rice puffs?
That might have been. I think.
Oh, jeez, Patty. The rice puffs are with Jimin because we're going to use them to wrap him carefully to mail to the special army. That way, if he gets hungry while he's in shipment, he can have a few. And he'll be well protected and still able to breathe because they're food, so they wouldn't cause suffocation.
That is true. And, well, yeah, I mean, those bags are hilariously. Oops, I just pulled my charger out of the wall there.
Okay. I just, earlier when Adam was talking, I disappeared. I was plugging in my computer, but I didn't want to interrupt him, so I just sort of disappeared and came back.
Okay, let's see. I'll think of one more here.
Yeah, one more, and then we'll
one more. What's a good
wrap it up like Jimin and Rice Puff Bag.
you you are holding one of those giant fun reusable cups that has the giant twirly straws. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know. How big is it?
They're usually about 2 to 3 feet.
Okay.
Well, like 3 feet with the straw on the top. You know what I mean? The cups
Yeah.
are really like.
I'm probably at an amusement park because I feel like that's where you would get something like that. I probably with J-Hope because I feel like he would think that that was the most awesome of anybody.
And he could hold it for you while you went on the rides.
And it would probably be filled with Sprite. Although I'm not really a big soda drinker, I feel like he'd fill it with Sprite.
1,000%. That's true. He would, for sure. So
but
funny.
the Sprite might be good in case you get a little nauseous on some of the rides. It might be good to have that, bland white soda.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, so his Sprite might come in handy. I don't know if you so some of the groups I'm in or whatever, people are posting giveaways they're taking to the concert and stuff. And a lot of people have these little bracelets and they have little charms and it's like a Sprite and a hamburger. And
oh my gosh, that's so
yeah,
fun.
it's super cute. Super cute stuff. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it. We had a good time with Adam this week. And we went up and down all over the place. If you guys if things seem a little dark for like a minute while he's talking about something, they go back up, and it was a good outcome to his story. There was a reason for it. But then they get much lighter and sillier. And again, the con medic is just there so that you don't need them, basically.
Yep.
So
that's the whole goal.
He's just there to be awesome and there if you do need him. So that's pretty much it. He's drinking Americano with sugar on a first date because he would love the attention.
That's a joke.
Love the attention. Well, he's already married to like everybody that's asked. So, anyways,
it's so funny. I love, my favorite memes are the ones where they're like, here's BTS not helping with the Delulu, and it's just them being so sweet to their fans. But it's so true. Like, when J-Hope went on, and he's like, I came on for no reason other than to see you because I love you and, I wanted to get your attention so we could connect. And I'm like, that's just
How far behind are you? Do you know that he slept on his live too?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Watch it, did you? I didn't watch it. I just saw that happened.
I did not watch it, but I did. Yeah, I did see that. And then the big release of Sweet Dreams, and then and then the show circuit, and he's been busy.
He's a busy dude.
Busy, and now he's about to go into some big concerts, which is so exciting. I'm so excited for everybody. I can't wait to see the clips and the fun videos that come out of that. It's going to be amazing. You can always feel the energy through the videos with them, I love it.
For sure. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. We're gonna say adieu for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.